Sergeant Thomas Gresty says he regrets even going to the call that resulted in Jordan Lafond's death a day later. He was on the stand today at Jordan Lafond's inquest, telling the jury what he saw and how he felt the day of the attempted arrest. He says it was dark and he didn't realize quite how bad the crash was that stopped the Ford F-150. The stolen vehicle was carrying 2 passengers and several guns, he says. When Gresty got to the car, another officer was already kneeling beside Lafond, had him on the ground, was trying to handcuff him. And Gresty says that it looked like the person was resisting arrest. Later, when he reflected, he thought perhaps he wasn't. This Jordan Lafond was only 135 pounds, and the man on top of him was easily 220, he said on the stand. So he started to rethink his decision at that time to give him 3 knees to the head and say, "Stop resisting." He says once that realization sunk in, he knew he misjudged the situation. So he played back his in-car camera, which is prohibited before being interviewed. Now this whole time, Jordan Lafond's family is watching, holding pictures of the young man, sometimes muttering under their breath. Before the lunch break, coroner's counsel Alma Weeb scolded one woman for laughing. After lunch, Reese Fiddler entered the courtroom as a witness in an orange sweatshirt and chains. He was in the car with Jordan Lafond that night, and he says when he was arrested, he was held down by a knee and he was punched in the head. Now, the Lafond family's lawyer, Chris Murphy, played another video like he did yesterday from that night, and it had audible moans in it. You couldn't really see much, but you could hear several moans of pain, and Fiddler says those were coming from him. He also told the jury that he and Lafond and some friends were using cocaine that night before the joyride, and that he didn't know that there were any firearms in the vehicle. The inquest will resume tomorrow at 9:30. Bridget Yard, CBC News, Saskatoon.